Tired of playing Armored Core 6 the boring old regular way? Try playing it like a roguelike. Whoa, slow down there, bucko. This video is a compilation of 3 separate videos that are already on my channel, and since you really seem to enjoy them, I decided to reuse this content. I mean, give you a supercut so you get to watch everything in one neat little package. And some of you might not have seen some of the later parts in this series since it took some time to put them out. It's been a couple months, but anyways, if you just got reminded that you are actually subscribed to this channel because of some Armored Core stuff, hi, please stick around as I've got more Armored Core content coming in the future. I'm also currently doing a series about experiencing the Ace Combat games for the first time, so maybe have a look at that as well. You might be interested in it. But I will stop yapping for now and will let you enjoy the video. Okay, bye! This AC6 challenge run was created by I Am Not Connie with the help of a few other people. It aims to turn Armored Core 6 into a roguelike by adding a few rules you have to abide by while playing through the game. This includes the addition of permadeath, randomized equipment you will receive after completing missions, and a pretty underpowered starting AC. Playing through this challenge was a lot of fun, so if you want to try it for yourself, I will leave a link with all the necessary tools in the description. I will explain all of the systems at play here, while I tell you about my first clumsy attempt at this challenge. The run starts off by equipping the jailbreak set and going full primal ape mode because you are required to start off with the worst frame parts and no weapons. My first victims are the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery installations in the contaminated city. I skipped the very first mission of the game due to the nature of this challenge, and the creator approved of this approach, so you are free to do so yourself. In a regular run, destroying the artillery installations would be very straightforward, as you have, well, weapons. But since I'm out here connecting knuckles with steel, I have to pay a little more attention than usual. Watch us actually get the best weapon we could ask for it right at the start. Like, give me a songbird. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be good. Little did he know, he was not gonna receive a strong weapon like the songbirds, or really any good weapon that's usable at all. Oh, no. The fact that this set only has 6k health is amazing. I love it. So good. Ouch. Oh, this is actually... yeah, this is... this is not easy. With my very first mission completed, I can now partake in the best part about this whole challenge run. The gambling. This is how you obtain new AC parts and weapons, and also the reason why you're supposed to use a save file that has most things unlocked already. The challenge document contains a link to a website with different loot tables for each of the stages you will play through. The further you get in the run, the better your chances of receiving a good weapon or AC part will be. But it's not impossible to roll a late game item on the very first stage. So if you are really lucky, you could start your run with some pretty great gear. 5% odds for an S-rank item? Oh, please, you spoil me. Oh, okay. Duo O2, this one. That is a missile launcher, alright? While the missile launcher wasn't necessarily the best weapon to get as my first item, it did manage to help me out in the next mission, Grid 135 Cleanup, which is fairly easy either way, so I made short work of the station MTs. However, there was a little surprise waiting for me at the end. In this challenge, some missions have optional objectives, which upon completing them, will reward you with an additional chance to pull on the slot machine. You can see all of the optional objectives in the aforementioned Excel document, and let me tell you, the couple of extra parts you can receive from completing these can really save a run. You will see why a little bit later. The current mission I was on had one of those optional objectives, and it was about something that I didn't even know was in the game. Defeat the hidden ghost? What's the hidden ghost? Oh, or all the way... ah, okay, no, I think I get it. Hello? Oh, no. No. Okay, please. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know that this was a thing. Gotcha. It's gotcha time. Wish me luck. Roll number 1 out of 2. We get a core. We get the Fermiza. But give me at least like some sort of weapon that I can consistently shoot. We're going for a lightweight build, I guess. Still no proper weapon. Okay, that's fine. The next mission, destroy the transport helicopters, also isn't that big of a deal. The greatest threat to my run would be the tetrapod MT at the very end. Luckily for me, he's optional, so I could just go around everything and focus on destroying the helicopters. I can, hold on, wait, I could also just ignore the tetrapod until we actually get a weapon that is usable. We're gonna have to tread lightly. Oh no. There we go. And that's gonna be the mission.
Looks like you got them all.
Please give me a right or left hand weapon. Yes. Okay. I want you to remember this exact moment. Just keep in mind that I got this right arm unit. Why? You'll see later. After this mission, I was also able to grab my first OS tuning upgrade, which was obviously the boost kick. I mean, how could I choose anything else at this stage? It's one of the most useful upgrades in general, and also a really funny one to use. The first victim of my boot was going to be one of the saddest characters in the game, the tester AC and its pilot. What? Brother, there you go. Oh no! Let's not hit. Yes. Go. There you go. Words. At least I can heal. Okay, I'm gonna kind of concentrate for this. Thankfully we got healing, so we should be good. But I don't want to take any chances here and lose this challenge early on. Like this! Oh, I have to kick, hold on. What? God damn it. Well, let's see. 3, 2, 1. I've replaced almost all of the jailbreak parts now, so my defensive capabilities are pretty good at this point. Still lacking a bit on the offensive side, but in the next mission, Attack the Dam Complex, I was gonna have some buddies around which could give me fire support. But just for the sake of safety, I opted out of going for the optional objective on this one. Taking on both the Tetrapod MT and the enemy AC towards the end of the mission would have been a risky play. Oh, wait, but I can use the tank. Oh, yeah, okay. Hold on, the tank kick might become something very good. Actually, I don't need to kill the guy. There's nothing in it for me to kill the guy here. I just go up and destroy this. Because I'm not going to get the optional stuff anyways. After another quick pull on the slot machine, I was allowed to pick up another OS tuning upgrade. This time, I went for the Assault Armor Extension. I just really needed to somehow increase my damage output. Next up was the Weaponized Mining Ship, which I was fairly confident in beating regardless of my current build. Can I hit it with this? Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. I thought the arc wouldn't have made it possible, but okay, fair enough. Hit it. Bro. Okay, this is... Alright, now this is the fun part. How is this gonna go? Okay, I just panic healed there. I did not want to get hit by that. Okay, okay. We're gonna get it though. We're gonna get it. We're fine. Woo. Oh no. Operation Wall Climber was next, and I was starting to get just a little bit nervous. I will just let the stream footage do the talking. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go all the way to the left here, loop around to the tetrapod, then... This is not gonna hit, is it? Oh, it is! Okay. Can you... I don't want to go into the sideline of the other turrets. Woohoo! IRL dodges, as you know, help with actually dodging in-game. Ah! Don't get too close now. Okay.
Do you read me? This is V4 Rusty.
Rusty, I require assistance. So this right here is the first problem. I don't know how this is gonna go. Bro, come on. Okay, the... Wait, this weapon might not actually be the worst for for staggering him and stuff.
This is V4.
Oh no. Now we gotta play floor is lava. If I actually had the assault armor on, this would have made this a lot easier. But I just forgot to put it on. Ah! Oh no 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 no. Ah, come on. I'm out of ammo! 47 HP in a dream. Nope. No. And now, we have finally arrived at the heart of what this challenge is about. You die, you lose. Everything. In true roguelike fashion, once you see the game over screen, you get to start over from the very beginning. You lose all your parts, and you start back at the artillery installations mission. But before I did that, me and the chat decided on another optional rule. For the sake of my sanity and the watchability of the stream, we decided that I should be able to make checkpoints throughout my playthrough. So if I died in a later stage of the game, we wouldn't have to go back all the way to the beginning. These checkpoints would be set every time I completed one of these stages, so in my case here, I get to save after Operation Wall Climber. But that still means that I had to restart from the very beginning either way. Well, that was a decent first run, I guess. But surely the second run we will get a good weapon. What I'm more concerned about right now is my AP. You don't see me, I am invisible. Oh, okay, I hate this guy. Nope. It keeps up the stagger at least. Okay. Good. Yeah. I died. That gave me a shock for a second. And with that, stage 1 of the challenge has been completed, and our first checkpoint has been set. And here is where we will stay for a while. Stage 2 is home to numerous missions which have the capability to end your run, if you didn't get lucky with some of the earlier parts. Sola and Bolteus, the Roomba of Death, and the Sea Spider really ended up being a grueling gauntlet. But first, I get to do a fairly easy mission, retrieve the combat logs, which actually acts as a very nice start to the second stage because of a very easily achievable optional objective, which I didn't clear the first time around. I'm already lost. I don't want to look at chat right now, because I want to try to find them myself, but wasn't there one more here? Shit, well, we going here. Okay, let's do this one.
You killed them all.
There we go. Okay, we got 7. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, we got close. The next mission, Investigate Boss Arsenal number 2, is a bit of a tricky one. The enemies present here can do quite a lot of damage and can also be really annoying if you don't have the capabilities to dispatch of them quickly. So I was a bit nervous going into this one. Thankfully, I had just set my checkpoint, so even if I were to die here, I'd only have to redo the previous mission. But it turns out that my worries were unwarranted, as my build had actually become fairly decent. Or not. Oh. Honestly, this Haldeman and Punch combo is very doable. I'm not gonna lie, like, at first I was a bit scared, but very, very doable.
Identify
And also the homing missiles are starting to grow on me. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. It's Attack the Watchpoint time, the final mission of the first chapter. And the boss waiting at the end was a huge roadblock for many people when the game first came out, even being called the Great Filter of Armored Core 6. But since I am such an amazing player at this game, this mission wasn't gonna stop me. Even with a suboptimal build, my skill would prevail and I would emerge victorious from this epic battle. Sola killed me. I didn't even make it to Balteus. GG, boys. GG. He got him with a kick. No. And this death marks the first of many during the second stage of the playthrough. To be honest, I just played really badly here. This could have easily turned into a win, but I just wasn't good enough this time around. But again, thankfully I was able to restart at my checkpoint, so getting my revenge wouldn't take long, is what I thought. No! Alright, okay, never mind, I'm still bad, but also on my next attempt, the unthinkable happened. Another booster. I was gonna be mad, but that doesn't make me any more happy, to be honest. Again, 3, 2, 1... Okay, I just went through multiple emotions. Hold on. Wait. While we didn't get to use this amazing weapon for now, I'm sure that we will get the necessary parts very soon. So, for now, let's take down Sola and Balteus.
Shame you'll have to die here.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%.
Walter, stay away from the watch point.
Back to work.
Alright, now we die to Balteus. Let's go. But hey, at least we got this far. How are we gonna do this? I don't have the blade. I'm just gonna have to, like a dumbass, try to somehow destroy the pole shield. Huh? We're keeping the Kurosawa, baby. We're keeping the Kurosawa. It's happening. We're gonna use it, and we're gonna get a generator right now. That is what's gonna happen. Wow, okay, so I somehow first tried Balteus. I'm not complaining, you know, I'm just a little bit confused. At this point in the run, I had played with this build for a while, so I was just starting to get better at using it, I suppose. But there's something the keen observer might have noticed by now. So, there was this moment that I told you to remember, right? When I got my first proper weapon during my first attempt. Yeah. I have not gotten a single right arm weapon since then. Everything was either for the left arm, or was a goddamn booster or missile launcher. Even the Kurosawa was for the left arm. Truly, we are the legendary left-handed AC. And quick spoiler alert, my luck isn't going to get better. But for now, I get to move on to the next mission. I still wasn't able to use the Kurosawa, but you know, that's fine. Even though this mission might be a bit imposing at first, due to its length and some of the enemies found within, you can just sort of rush through and ignore most of the enemies. So we're just gonna ignore literally everything here. Bomb. Yep. Good. This fight might actually be difficult, because I don't want to stay in front of it. But staying up top is also difficult with my generator. I did not mean to punch. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, it's... I can't stay in the air for long enough. Can I stay up here? Oh!
Finished already? Not so sharp after all. What a letdown.
I did not... Ooh! And I don't know if I can hit the front thing. Ah! Ooh! Right above. Perfectly timed with the music again. I don't know what it is, but the Eurobeat remixes work. Now that's what I would call not even close, baby. With the Roomba taken down, I just really quickly beat the next mission, which is super short and easy anyways. And it was immediately time for the next scary mission. At this point, my build hadn't really improved, as the dice gods just seemed to hate me apparently, so going up against the sea spider was yet another big problem. But this time around, I had learned the ins and outs of my build. I had bested many strong foes already, and I was not gonna go down that easily. It's over. It's over. Yo, who wants to go from the start? Let's get it. Where do we start again? Right. After my previous crushing defeat against the sea spider, it was time to redo everything, and hopefully grab some decent parts along the way. The right arm weapon curse was still strong, so I just tried to make the best of what I was given. But it really wasn't working out too well. I continued to wipe at various different missions during the second stage of the challenge. In fact, the second stage has proven to be one of the most difficult ones I had to do over the course of my run. I just kept going back to retrieve combat logs from the wrecks, over and over and over again. I get a little too complacent during my next Balteus fight. Okay, we might lose against Balteus. I have completely lost all sense of flow in this battle. Yep, I don't pay enough attention to a gigantic goddamn turret in the same mission to then proceed getting curb stomped by Sola. What? Wait, is that... That thing's still alive! Yeah, today is not the day. Oh! The amount of ways in which this game was able to shut me down was truly staggering. And somewhere along the way, I decided to have a little fun with the randomized loot. Since starting this challenge, I have only received a single awful right arm weapon. So, I just wanted to see how much pulling on the slot machine it would take to maybe get at least something usable. This is another role for, you know, just like, just for fun, right? I'm not gonna take whatever I get here. But I swear to God, if I get a right hand unit here. Left arm, bipedal, tetra, left... It works. It does indeed spit out a right arm unit. Oh my god. No, Connie, you're all good. I'm not blaming it on you. It's just really, really funny. It's just really, really funny. So I kept on moving forward. On my quest of, please, for the love of God, just let me get past this stage. Almost wiping at the super easy mission after the Roomba. Okay, let me not die to... Then actually wiping on the Sea Spider again.
Smash it up, Taurus.
Hey, we run it back. We run it back. We run it back. Alright, I know it's getting a little boring, so let's get to actually beating this stage, shall we? It is finally done. After up to 4 hours, I finally beat the Sea Spider. And all it took was for me to get a usable right arm weapon. Who would have thought? But I wasn't quite done with the second stage just yet. So who's ready to die in the next mission? Woo! Let's go! I had to beat one last mission, steal the survey data. This one is a little tricky, not nearly as bad as some of the other missions I had already overcome previously, but still dangerous enough for me to speedrun past most of the enemies to take as little risk as possible. I didn't even consider doing the optional task here for a second because I knew that I had to go all the way back to collect some more combat logs if I were to mess up at any point during this mission. The real challenge, however, was fighting the PCA Enforcement Squad, which acted as the very last hurdle before my salvation. On my very first playthrough, I died numerous times here because I just got overwhelmed. My strategy would be to go up here on the right. There is, I know where the things spawn and I kind of know what happens now because I had to redo this a bunch of times. I have so little AP, plus not really good defenses, which is why I'm dreading this, but I think I know what to do. I know what to do here, so we should be fine. Good day to you.
That's not subject guard. They sent in an enforcement squad. That's
No, the handgun is sick.
PCA's rank and file, and a big step up from subject guard.
Kill that thing.
Repair kits remaining.
Oh shit. Where's it? Where's it? Where's the other one? No! Okay.
Looks like you're on the deck. Good call. I smashed the bridge, 621.
Enemy warship.
No repair kits.
Oh my god, we actually did it. We actually did it. Oh. We have entered stage 3.
Enforcement squad and a warship.
Finally. Feeling good about myself, I was finally able to move on to stage 3. The build I was able to put together and effectively save going forward was actually pretty decent. I'm still rocking the large homing missiles that have started to really grow on me actually, a Haldeman shotgun in the left hand and a Ducat handgun in my right hand, a backup pulse blade on my left shoulder, and I was even able to largely replace the prison set to up my defenses. It almost seemed like Lady Luck was on my side for the very first time during this run. You thought I was going to do another funny and just turn around and say psych, didn't you? Also, if you've enjoyed the video so far, maybe drop me a like or even subscribe. You'll be notified whenever the next challenge video goes live, or you could also use this to be mean to me and be the first one to comment that I suck. The choice is yours. Anyways, let's get back to the video. I'm sorry to disappoint those who wanted to see me suffer a little more, but something changed once I had started stage 3. The first mission I cleared was Tunnel Sabotage, which has the simple end goal of destroying a single device deep within the underground cave network. I simply took my sweet time taking out all of the enemies found within, which wasn't necessary in theory, but an optional objective can be completed on this mission, if you manage to get a certain amount of bonus pay by the end. This meant that I had to destroy pretty much all of the station MTs before taking out the objective. But this was an easy and pretty safe way for me to get my hands on another part for my AC. Since I've moved on to stage 3, I was also permitted to move up a tier when it comes to the loot drops. The stage 3 loot table boosts my chances to get something decent substantially, so I promptly received nothing. Okay, well, this was only the first mission. Next up was my date with Swinburne. The biggest threat in this mission is being detected while trying to reach him, which will result in a game over, so I would have to reset back to the previous mission. Luckily, I had already spent some time figuring out a safe path in one of my previous playthroughs, so I was swiftly navigating along the right-hand wall, taking out anyone who dared to interrupt my date plans. We're most likely not gonna die on this mission, but hold on, can I just... Okay, I know what we're doing. We just keep on the outside, and I think we're pretty much good for the mission now. Well, well, well. Ow. Ow. I actually forgot to play the game. I'm gonna be real. I forgot the buttons. I've been playing a bunch of other games. I should have started with a test run. Ow. Okay, he can stagger me like crazy. Okay, why is he so good at staggering? What is hitting me? Woo. Okay, this might be the first death, but we have a good checkpoint, so it doesn't matter. No! Okay, he's not dying. Is Brody just blocking now? What's he doing? Okay, wait. We still might get it. I think he's... What is he doing? I don't know. He's just not attacking properly. Is he out of ammo?
Wait, no, please.
I think he's out of ammo. First part of the day. That is a good sign. That is a very good sign. I don't think that I actually want... Maybe I will use this one. That was... really close, but with the right arm weapon curse seemingly broken, we move on to attack the refueling base. A fairly long mission if I were to try to actually make some money on this one, but for safety reasons I decided to skip most dangerous enemy encounters. I still had to beat the boss waiting for me at the end, but I was fairly confident in my ability to take him down. Okay, and here's the resupply point. So it's a fairly quick, fairly straightforward mission. Dodging IRL helps. That is, again, we've proven that. It definitely helps. Totally. Okay, so my strategy for this boss fight is going here. Into the corner. Try to bait one in. Deal as much damage to one as possible. Hope that he dies, and then I can do the second one. No, that is not what I wanted. That is not good. That is not good. Okay. No, we're good. As long as you can get rid of one, you're pretty much okay. Okay. They have really low health, so it's usually not a problem. Bap. Woo! As a reward for this mission, I pulled a way better generator for my AC, which would really come in handy later on. I then received my new set of missions, which initially looked pretty scary, but feeling good after my recent performance, I boldly go for one of the tougher ones, destroy the Special Forces craft, codenamed Cataphract. This boss is able to deal a lot of damage really quickly, while also being heavily armored all around. Would my current build and skill be able to hold up against this beast? Let's find out.
Really think we'd let you walk?
You've made Rubicon.
Okay. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We didn't need the epic music, we're fine. We're good. With Cataphract taken down, I quickly take care of the missile defense mission. There isn't really much to say about this one, to then be faced with another daunting task. Survey the uninhabited floating city. Might not contain the strongest enemies, nor is it the longest mission in the game, but it's got enough dangers waiting for me within that I shouldn't take this one lightly. For these, I wanted to keep my homing missiles, because they could come in handy here. Man, the right handgun and the Haldeman combo is good. I can't complain anymore. If you hear me complain, it's... I can't really. If I die, it is honestly just a skill issue at this point. Yep, there he is. I know your tricks. Damn, and he's gone. Okay.
Right hand ammunition at 50%.
And...
One repair kit remaining.
there we go.
Ammunition at 30%.
How is this going so well? Look at us. Beautiful pink princess. I mean... look at us. Holy shit. God damn. Yes, I have somehow collected 3 of Walter's AC parts. My frame is looking almost perfect at this point, so it would be a real shame if I were to wipe now on the very last mission of Stage 3. Attack the old spaceport, another long and dangerous mission, was the only thing that was standing between me and the safety of another checkpoint. After an incredible run through the stage, this one has it all. Lots of enemies, strong PCA enforcers, and another tag team boss fight at the very end. Many things could go wrong here, and it would be devastating to have to reset my progress. Let's have a look at how this one played out. Oh, no, we're on the wrong thing. We're on the wrong thing. He's stuck. Door's stuck. Can you... so my ammo is looking low at this point, however. I need to grab this guy still. Die please. Thank you. Now, with all of this destruction, surely we're gonna get the optional objective, right? Keep as much HP as possible, please. Okay. Rusty, I might need you to put in some work here, alright?
Looks like we've got high-ranking PCA officers. Sorry to keep you waiting.
One of these is not like the other. That's the big problem. That is the big problem. It just sends them flying. Yep. Okay, one down. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. As long as one is down. There you go. And it's that easy. Now. Oh yeah, I can just jump on. Wait, which cliff? This one.
Is that another PCA weapon?
Hey, Rusty, I believe in you, man. I believe in you. Do you guys know what this means? We're done with Stage 3. Why did we struggle for like 3 streams with Stage 2? And this one was 1 stream. So at this point, I was feeling really confident that we wouldn't have another repeat of what happened in the second stage. Especially after receiving my last guaranteed weapon that I would be able to save for my build going forward. For the last permanent item that we get... oh man. Okay, I'm liking this. With this weapon in my arsenal, I really couldn't complain anymore about my build, and I would ultimately use it until the very end of the challenge. Every death from here on out would be a simple skill issue. And well, we wouldn't have to wait long for the first one to happen. Since I had just reached a checkpoint, I decided to do a little tomfoolery. After easily beating the next 2 missions, I made a little, well, let's call it mistake. I rightfully claimed my title as the one true Raven and recovered some historic data, but once it was time to take out Honest Brute... Would you guys be mad if I died here? Because this is a difficult mission, you guys. I don't know. This is a difficult mission.
50%.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, let me heal. Hold on, let me... Oh! You know, stuff happens. So I redid the missions, this time actually beating Honest Brute, and I was rewarded with... As I was slowly turning into Walter, I got ready for the next big hurdle of the run. The Ice Worm may be but a simple spectacle fight that places more importance on a gimmick rather than skillful play, but dying here is still a very real threat, as the Ice Worm can catch you off guard for some big damage. And before you ask, no, I did not get lucky and pulled the stun needle from the weapon gotcha, but the rules of this challenge specifically state that you can just go ahead and equip it as it is pretty much needed. After dancing around on the battlefield for a while and totally not almost dying, I managed to lay the Ice Worm to rest. We're keeping it. We're keeping the weapon. Oh, that would have sucked so bad. At this point, you are probably already noticing that I'm going through these missions a little faster than in the previous videos on this challenge. And that is simply because of the nature of a roguelike randomizer run, where towards the end of the game, you'll probably have most of the needed tools at your disposal, and much of the difficulty is lost. The big endgame bosses can still obviously be a challenge, but most missions in between just become routine as you keep getting better at using the build that you've been able to piece together through the randomized loot. And when you even get blessed with weapons like these, the rest of the challenge should be a cakewalk. Or is it? The Underground Exploration Depth 2 mission was the second to last within the Stage 4, meaning that I would be able to set another checkpoint very soon. And like I've said, I was feeling incredibly comfortable at this point. But I was about to get a reminder that I really shouldn't take anything lightly in a challenge run like this. Oh, that is so satisfying. Oh, that didn't go well. That didn't go well. That is really going really. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Today was not the day. I knew it was off because I was incredibly tired today. I should have taken the AA blast. So this is a good screenshot, by the way. This loss was devastating. Not only would I be losing an incredibly powerful melee weapon, but also the incredible coral rifle I pulled earlier, which I haven't been able to use up till now due to energy constraints. But anyways, you know the drill. Let's redo all of this. I didn't get close. For this guy, you need to stay close. Why did I die? Why did I die against this time? Against this guy last time? How? How? This was a clinic. How did I die last time? What happened? Wow. Compared to that incredibly bad first fight, this one was almost textbook perfect. All I needed to do now was not die during the next mission, and I would be granted another much-needed checkpoint. Thankfully, like I've said, most of the missions that don't include any of the big bosses were pretty easy. I would never almost die to a random AC again. Just, come on, no! Thank you. That wasn't even close. No, that wasn't even close. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch back the legs. With Underground Depth 3 completed and another checkpoint set, I could finally set my sights on the last stretch of the challenge. Stage 5 would be the ultimate test for numerous reasons. Ibis, Steelhaze Ortiz, Rusty, and Air were another incredibly powerful trio, somewhat reminiscent of the gauntlet I had to endure during the second stage of the run. But before I could get to any of those, I had to make a pretty easy choice. The first mission of the 5th stage could be either intercept the Red Guns or ambush the Vespers, the latter of which is way easier, so this was a very simple decision. Red Gun or no balls. So, I did the Red Guns mission. You know, if I were to fail here, it wouldn't really matter either way, since I've just made a checkpoint. Oh. I just ran out of ammo. Not even close, baby. Next up was another quick rendezvous with Rusty, but our power levels were just so different at this point that he basically stood no chance. So he had to retreat and come back in a later episode after he's gone through his training arc. And here we are. Reach the Coral Convergence. Let's just get right into it. Ibis proved to be a very formidable foe, as expected. I had to reset my progress back to the start of Stage 5, very fittingly, 5 different times. Since I made it a requirement for me to have no practice with any of the bosses beforehand, my only chance to relearn this fight was while putting all of my progress on the line. Thankfully, there weren't that many missions between the start of Stage 5 and the Ibis fight, but it still ended up being frustrating to have to keep going back and basically making no progress. But then, on the 6th attempt, I finally locked the fuck in. Okay, look at us. Beautiful. And now we're gonna die. Prison time, boys. Now that was a pretty sick fight. Almost no mistakes were made on my part, and I finally earned the right to move on to being imprisoned. Great. This mission isn't much of an issue though, so I won't waste any time here. I then proceeded to fight off some scoundrels for Cinder Carla while we were taking over the uninhabited floating city Xylem, which I just have to say real quick is such a cool moment in the game. But with the final act of the game in full swing, I was faced with another and arguably the only decision in this run which actually makes a difference. Depending on my choice here, the ending of the game could play out very differently, but me and the chat had already decided on what we were going to do a while ago. So I picked intercept the corporate forces and did my duty as Raven. Together with Chatty, I faced whoever was coming our way, right up until Freud decided to show up. It was a tough battle, but as someone with many things to lose, I came out victorious.
Left-hand ammunition depleted.
Not now. Locksmith. More. I want.
Now that we have completed this mission, the fate of Rubicon has been set in stone. The goal was clear and I had only 2 more missions to go, until I would finally be able to lay my AC to rest.
I was right all along. You were just another threat to Rubicon.
No.
After Rubicon, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice.
Oh. What? Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. That was devastating. I played incredibly poor, and now I'd have to do it all over again. So close to the finish line. However, I can't be bothered to do another montage, so I'll just tell you guys that I basically speedran back to this point as I was seemingly just fully locked in, and I was not gonna let anyone prevent me from beating this challenge. But you got no chance against the likes of me.
Just out of reach. Buddy.
Why did I die? Again, why did I die? Last time, why did I die? God.
And yet you turned your back on our shared potential. You want to silence us forever. You will never burn Rubicon.
Oh, I'm burning with passion for you, baby. How do you block this fight? How do you block this? Fuck, I didn't know how to block this.
wants to burn it all.
Ah!
Your fire must die.
AP at 30%.
I don't have anything. What am I? We did it! It's done! Not even close, baby. Not even close. Ah! Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this AC6 roguelike series, and a huge shout out to I Am Not Connie for putting this whole thing together. If you haven't already, go and watch the previous parts that I've linked in the description, and maybe consider liking and subscribing. As per usual, I want to thank all of my amazing channel members. Your continued support means a lot to me. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Come on!
I am Archibus. One last